I'm Oikawa, and this is a show all about my next recording project, Project 2, Escape Plan to Canada. And on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about dealing with doubts and the creative process. So there is a lot I could say about dealing with doubts in the creative process. And any artist that you talk to, I'm sure, has their thoughts and their methods and ways that they deal with that and work with themselves basically to help them move forward in whatever projects they're working on. So since it's a project that we're basically making it from scratch, and we don't have someone who has hired us and is telling us what to do, when to do it, how to do it, it really is an artistic project. And putting it out there in the world and doing this video series to connect with people and to allow you to see that process happening is a risk for me. I'm putting myself out there, and I realize that. And there's a lot of risks I need to take along the way to be able to make it to the end of this project when I can put it out there and release it and tell you that it's done and it's ready and you can have it. We're not there yet. So one of the books that has been an incredible influence on me is a book that many of you have probably heard about. It's called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And there were just so many ways that she spoke to my fears and the thoughts that I have that were holding me back from pursuing the things that I wanted to do and that I felt were in me to do. One of them is called Morning Pages, and basically you're supposed to get up in the morning, first thing you do is just start writing out your rambling thoughts for a page and a half. And one of the exercises along with that is then to look at that and see the ways that your inner critic is talking to you, and to basically write affirmations that are directly aimed at those specific critiques that you have in yourself. So I have done that more than once, and out of that I have affirmations that really speak to who I am and what I deal with, and I know that I need to be reminded of that so often that I have a number of them in my iPhone in the reminders to pop up once a week. So literally my phone will remind me when I've scheduled it to, something like, you are taking risks to reach out for your life, or trust your decisions, or different things like that. And surprisingly, even though I wrote them and I put them in there, oftentimes they catch me and they speak to me again. And with this specific project, I wrote a mission statement once I had a good sense of the vision, and once I had my co-producer on my team and we were going to start moving this forward. I wanted to have a mission statement that I can always go back to whenever I feel like this is too hard. Why am I doing this? Does anybody care? All of those questions that can come up in my mind, I have this mission statement that I can go back to. And I thought I would share some of that with you. It actually has it's a 6-point mission statement, and I have it in this notebook that I use for jotting down my thoughts about the album, about the process, about what we're doing. But one of my mission statements in here is, this is number 3. It's my hope for the listeners, for anyone who is going to listen to this project eventually when it's done. My hope for the listeners is that they would connect with this story, that they would be inspired, encouraged, affirmed, challenged to pursue their own calling, assured that they are not alone, that God is for them. My hope is that they would connect with truth and beauty. So that's one of the statements that I'm always going back to that helps to keep me on track with this project, to remind me of why I'm doing this and to help me to continue to take risks and to take that risk of investing in something when you don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you know that it's going to be worth it. So see you next Tuesday. If you're not on the email list, go to www.janoikawa.com/escape plan to learn a little bit more about the album. You can sign up for our emailing list so you won't miss a video or a show, and you'll know what's going on with our upcoming album. Thought I would just share a few tidbits. Tidbits? Who says tidbits? Okay.